Welcome to Mainland, your local regional television station. I'm Graham O'Brien, and today's bulletin: anti-bullying events kick off this week, and it's been a long battle, but it's now a victory for Victory Community. This week, Nelson City strengthened their sister city agreement at an official re-signing ceremony of the Memorandum of Understanding, marking the 20th anniversary of a relationship between the two cities. The Huangshi mayoral delegation coincides with Nelson's inaugural China Week, an idea originally put forward by the Chinese Consulate General Jin Ju-Qian last year, along with New Zealand's Chinese Language Week. As part of the celebrations, Mayor Rees hosted the delegation at the Chinese Gardens in Queen's Gardens, where they planted a tea tree along with visiting a local business and local art displays showcasing children's artwork from Nelson schools side by side with Huangshi schools. We asked some people in Nelson what this China Week means to them.
Pretty busy to attend the events. I didn't even know if it was China Week. My apologies, but yeah, just means another event, I suppose, eh? Yeah.
I go to the Maiazu Gardens a lot, walk through there, so that's probably what I'll do. I'm not going to any events though.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know there was any. I don't honestly, I really need to get out more.
We live under a rock.
Yeah. So what happens in these events?
There's all sorts of events around the town. There was one up the top of Trafalgar Street last night with all like traditional shows.
Oh, fabulous.
And there's a table tennis tournament.
Oh my gosh, that would be brilliant.
I'm in there.
So it's Wednesday out at Saxon Stadium from 6 till 9, I think.
Well then, yeah, I'll be there with bells on. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, it's awesome.
But just go down to the council and get the program, because there's a lot going on around the place.
All right. Oh, well, I'm going to cruise down there anyway, so why not? Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah, every afternoon from 1 till 2 up here as well, so you can catch it today if you want.
Oh, why not, shall we? Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, have a nice day. Table tennis taking place in town this week had a distinctive Chinese flavour at the Saxon Stadium, with Chinese national Zhang Sung, who is second place Hubei Province Games champion, here in Nelson playing matches against Jack Wells and Simon Huey Burns, who are both former New Zealand junior representatives from Nelson. I caught some of the action on Wednesday evening and also caught up with Nelson Table Tennis Club President Paul Opdenbush. Paul, sorry to drag you away. I know you're pretty busy. You've got to get out there and ref for them. Fantastic to see the Chinese guys here giving you guys a bit of a run for their money. Look like they're holding their own. Tell us a little bit about how you feel and your club, please.
Right, so yeah, it's been really good to have the visitors here today and to play against a few of our former junior New Zealand champs or representatives. And yeah, if anyone wants to come along and play table tennis, we've got sessions on Monday and Friday mornings, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday nights. We also have free coaching available to anyone who would like some coaching, and that's sponsored by Nelson Orthodontics. So Monday afternoons from 3:30 through till 7 p.m.
Well, you're pretty busy. That's just about every day of the week.
We are here most days of the week, yes. We've got a few hundred members and very good social group on Monday and Friday mornings. They always get together and have a good yarn in the lounge for morning tea. Free morning tea provided, so yeah, lots of people enjoying themselves here.
Great, thanks Paul. We hope we can get some more people down here to join the club.
That'll be fantastic. Thanks very much.
Thank you. For the last 2 years, community youth worker Paul Johnson from SVS Living Safe has been managing Equaliser, the bullying prevention project, from his office in Motueka. Equaliser is a play on words. The name has musical connotations and also has the word equal in it, in the belief that if there is more equality there will be less bullying. Equaliser events are scheduled across the top of the south, with contributing artists performing and the showing of film clips from the project. Chrissy Small caught up with SVS Living Safe project manager Paul Johnson to find out more about these upcoming events happening around Nelson Tasman region.
I'm here with Paul Johnson. He's been a busy man. The Equaliser Round 2 project, the bully prevention album, that's not all.
No.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I have been busy, and I've been working with young people across the region, creating music around the theme of bullying prevention, and we're in the middle of a range of events that have been happening across the top of the south. So started 2 weekends ago in Takaka, last weekend in Motueka, and this Friday night we're in NMIT in Nelson.
Gosh, okay, so tell us a bit about those gigs, where they are and what time they start.
Sure.
Is there a cost involved?
Nope, no, they're free, and the next one is Friday night at NMIT in the Johnny Cash Rooms from 7 o'clock till 10:30, and then we've got 3 bands, and we'll have film clips from the project as well.
So how many people can you fit into these evenings?
I think they're about 100 capacity over at NMIT, yeah, this Friday, so hopefully we pack it out, yeah.
Okay, so look, how does this equate to preventing bullying?
Yeah, so we've been running a number of workshops, and we also ran a camp in Golden Bay at Tua Community, Queen's Birthday weekend. So we explore the theme, we talk with young people about being upstanders, so we talk about standing up for ourselves, standing up for other people that are being bullied, and just not accepting the behaviours of bullies in your school and in your community. So using power and numbers and actually challenging that behaviour, and then exploring those themes and putting those sorts of ideas to music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Paul, so, okay, are you getting good numbers from these kids? Are they good turnouts?
Yeah, the kids really love it, and music's a really powerful way to engage with young people, and we've got some incredibly talented youth workers and musicians working with those kids, so you're well supported with young people. They love it. Yeah.
So music's a great way of kids expressing themselves. If they can't express themselves just having a conversation, the music gives them another avenue?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So we put it in third person too. You can talk about bullying in more general terms, and explore what we can do to stop it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your advice to people who are being bullied out there? Even adults are being bullied in the workplace,
that's
and,
right.
and at home. So
Yeah.
what I mean, this behaviour, it starts at school. Maybe it starts at home as well.
Could do, yeah.
So, what is your advice to people?
Yeah, so definitely get help, talk to colleagues, talk to staff, talk to teachers, parents, and just support each other through that, and don't be in the dark about it. Just, get some help, talk about it. In the project we also talk about getting help for the bullies as well, understanding that they're people too, and like you said, things could be going on for them, so... we like to extend help to them if we can as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, your office, your projects, they're all supported by the government?
So I'm a youth worker based in Motueka working for SVS Living Safe, and the project Equaliser is funded by Te Pūnanga Humaru, which is from MSD, Ministry of Social Development, so we're very lucky to have that funding.
Gosh, you are, considering that some people have lost funding, others are obviously getting it, which is great when you see that there's good work being done.
Yeah, for positive cause, Yeah, it's great.
This is a great way of people getting in behind it, and also, experiencing what you've been doing and what everyone's getting involved in here.
Yep.
Can we have any more information about the bands that people will be seeing?
Yeah, so Friday night we're opening up with Indigo Levitt. She's a solo musician from Mainland College. She's very talented and amazing. And then we've got a band from Motueka called the Love Mafia, and then a Nelson band called the Dions. And so all of those artists are contributing artists to the project.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I certainly have heard of the Dions, a very good band.
Yeah.
Okay, so gosh, I might have to come along.
You might have to bring the camera and come on down.
Paul, I believe there's been a music video made that's involved, it's more based on a Christian belief, is that right?
We collaborated with Patsy Burke and Project Generation. They wrote a beautiful song called Fear Not, and they created a music video working with young people in Nelson and Motueka to storyboard and act in the video. So we'll be premiering that video on Friday night along with other film clips from the project.
Wow, so it's been a real collaboration then?
Yeah, the whole project is about collaboration, and I couldn't have done it without wonderful people in the community. So there's a lot of collaborating partners and a lot of people passionate about raising the awareness on bullying prevention.
Great, excellent.
You can find out more about the project on Facebook and SoundCloud and YouTube. All the music's online on SoundCloud.
Stay tuned at the end of today's news for the collaborative music video by Patsy Burke. After much controversy, the liquor shop in Victory has finally closed its doors for good. I spoke with Gail Peach from Keep Victory Safe this week about this latest development and what this really means for the community.
Gail, you've had a victory for Victory. Can you tell us a little bit about that, please? Yes, Graham, it's been wonderful news. The Victory Liquor Shop has pulled out of the district licensing hearing that was due to happen on the 11th of November, which was great for us because we were all ready to go to hearing. And so it meant that the fight was over, and officially.
So they just pulled out voluntarily?
Yes, that's correct. He still has the lease until the end of next year, I believe. So he hasn't quite moved out of the shop yet, but we're just very happy there's no longer going to be trading. So that's fantastic.
And you recently went to council to talk about the local alcohol policy. What happened with that?
So a few months ago, I approached the council and presented a PowerPoint to them about what other councils had done around the country regarding their alcohol policies. In 2013, Nelson City Council did actually put it out for consultation to the Nelson community, and there was a draft LAP, but it kind of got shelved a little bit, and I believe there was some gaps in there around density and some other issues. So it's sort of sat gathering dust, and as a result of what we've been facing here, and because we have no LAP, it left us quite vulnerable. We had to really go by the Sale and Supply Act, which is, kind of legal papers, very difficult to interpret. So that's why we had Nigel come and help us, and it's been absolutely fantastic. But it kind of comes back to why we don't have one. So I approached them about that, and there have been some councils taken to court around the country by the liquor industry. So people were waiting to find out what some of those results were. And so that's all been done, and it was a good time to come back and say, hey, what about us? We need to really look at this now.
And is there anything being done about the local alcohol policy?
Not as yet. I believe the community really needs to rise up and be a unified voice over this, because what happened in Victory was quite unique, and even around the country when I was trying to find out if there were other places that had experienced similar things, I couldn't really find ones that kind of reflected what we'd been going through. So it does leave a kind of a gap there, especially around proximity to schools and preschools and parks, and how many is too many liquor outlets. And I was really encouraged by Auckland because they had restricted and actually put a hold for new licences in certain vulnerable areas for up to 2 years, which I thought was a really brave move. So I'm not saying that we need to do that, but it's about council actually taking the Sale and Supply Act and making it relevant to the communities that we live in. So it needs to go back out for consultation, basically, because it's old now, and I think the cost is kind of probably up there too. So it'd be good though for the community to say, hey, come on, let's do this. Let's not muck around.
I mean, it seems such common sense to have a local alcohol policy around vulnerable areas and especially schools.
Exactly, because this could happen again. We hope it won't, and we have some really good people in the licensing industry around the council who are really onto it now, and that's great. But we still have to go by the law. So we really need council to step up. It's time.
Thanks very much for your time, Gail, and well done.
Thank you so much.
After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
Hi everyone, I'm Malcolm Harris from the Facilitators. We now look after sales for Mainland TV, radio, Sky and online. New Zealand On Air's latest Colmar Brunton survey confirms Mainland's large multimedia audience. If you're in business or want to put a message out to everyone in the Nelson Tasman region, plus nationwide on Sky or worldwide online, please give me a call or see our website at www.mainlandtv.nz.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables and much, much more. JCar.
120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an autoglass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialist, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
.1 The Shed.
Welcome me hearties to Smuggler's Pub and Cafe, famous for hearty meals, craft ales and a friendly service way. Sensational seasonal menus with meals all day and evening too, or sail in for a snack with special menus for young smugglers and you. Settle in for a jolly old time, relax and enjoy our award-winning dining and lovely fine wine. Decked out in an old worldly way, we're open 7 days. Book or come on in to 8 Muritai Street, not far from a beach, walk or swim. Phone 546408.
Sit and Be Fit is on at the Victory Community Centre Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. at the Victory Community Church, 238 Upper Vanguard Street. School terms only. Fun while you get fitter, work at your level. For more information, please contact Shirley on 547 1433 or 021 121 8023.
Victory 60 Plus is on Tuesdays at 1:30 through to 3:30 p.m. at 238 Upper Vanguard Street. You can join in for cards, games and a cuppa.
On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
This is a beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. It's large internal access double garage. It fits 2 cars nicely with a little workshop bench at the end of it. In this room we have 2 large lazy boys, a 3-seater and a 2-seater leather lounge suite, 50-inch Samsung TV and a heat pump. Features are a cathedral ceiling and of course that beautiful view.
For relatively little cost, you too can sell your house. Do it yourself. You're the best person to promote and sell your own house. Your personal endorsement is the best selling proposition. Put yourself on screen and sell it. You know the attractions of your house. You know it better than anybody else. So, get up there and tell us all about it. Sell it.
Upstairs we have 3 bedrooms. One of these has a full ensuite. That's the master bedroom with large bifold doors. Now out these bifold doors you get to a wraparound deck area that faces northwest, and this is lovely in the morning for sitting and having your coffee.
Hawk Films is now producing for you an advertising package and a broadcasting service at a price far lower than you would expect. We will produce your advertising video and feature it across TV, radio and electronic media. Your message will be up to 3 minutes long and it'll be broadcast 5 times a day on radio and TV. 5 times a day. And it will be listed online all day, every day, for exposure to your potential buyers. You can also use the ad and the photos to promote your house on radio, TV, Trade Me and other real estate sites. We can also offer drone aerial shots for a totally different viewpoint from the one you would normally see. Selling your house is up to you and your solicitor. We're here to merely add value to your advertising strategy. Give me a call and let's get your property on the market. Or better still, email or text me and I'll call you back.
World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables, and much, much more. JCar.
120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
Imagine a world millions of years in the future. A world where evolution has written a new chapter in the story of life. The world is inhabited by very strange creatures, like nothing the Earth has ever seen. "200 million years in the future, a parched, barren desert stretches over 8,000 kilometers. Only a few creatures survive in this harsh, brutal landscape. And to do so requires some very unusual lifestyles. Here, nothing is what it seems. This baking desert is fueled by food that comes from the other side of a massive range of mountains running down its eastern edge. In 200 million years' time, the planet itself is very different. All the continents have collided and formed one massive supercontinent. The desert is formed where the mountains on the east coast shield the land from the moisture of the global ocean. On this side of the mountains, strange flying creatures, flish, descended from fish, live on the coast and feed over the open water. But they have to live with a continuous danger of violent storms.
Now, one of the things about a supercontinent is, with all the land masses clumped together, surrounded in essence by one huge ocean, the energy balance of the globe changes. There's a lot more energy, a lot warmer ocean, a lot more energy is transferred to the atmosphere. We have much more powerful storms.
Huge hurricanes batter the coastline of the supercontinent. They're hypercanes, 50% stronger than today's most powerful hurricanes, with 400-kilometre-an-hour winds. It would be impossible for any creature to fight against this wind. Swept up by the howling winds, the flesh are carried deep into the mountains.
Every once in a while, one of these giant storms that's strong enough to make it over the mountains and make it into this desert inside the continent will bring with it flesh. Enormous numbers of flesh that got caught up in the storm, blown inland, and as the storm dies out, the flesh settle down, as it were, as aerial fertilizer, entering the ecosystem as carcasses.
The flesh lie dying in the scorching sun, but already there's something looking for them. A bumble beetle. It can fly at 35 kilometers an hour, fast for an insect. And it has to. It must search vast areas to find one of these flesh graveyards.
The bumble beetle's got two problems. The overriding one is that its food source is very spread out and it doesn't know where it is. Because it's spread out, it's got to be able to travel fast and cheaply. And because it's got to find the food, it needs an effective sensory mechanism. Now, modern insects often find food by scent with antennae. But the problem with antennae is they're big and they create a lot of drag. So it makes flight expensive, or it forces the insect to go slowly. The bumble beetle can't do that. It's therefore become rather modified. It's still a bit like an insect in shape, but it's very streamlined.
The front legs are covered in hairs, turning them into extra antennae. But these hairs and the antennae fold down in flight to reduce drag. Stiff wing cases also provide extra lift, saving energy in flight. It starts its journey with 40% of its body filled with fat, which gives it just enough fuel to fly for 24 hours non-stop. The bumble beetle can pick up the scent of a dead flesh from 10 kilometers away. And after searching for several hours, it's found one. But this flesh is already occupied. By a grim worm, a bizarre kind of insect. Inside the body of the dead flesh, grimworms grow quickly on the rich meat. They double their size in 48 hours. As grimworms spend their whole lives eating, their mouthparts have been modified into 3 sets of slicing and grinding jaws. A bumble beetle can't compete with this eating machine. It has no choice but to continue its search. Time is running out.
This desert is one of the harshest environments we can imagine for terrestrial plants and animals to survive in. But they're there. How do they do it? Well, we don't really have to use science fiction again. We can simply turn around and see how plants and animals survive in similar environments. The Namib Desert of southwestern Africa, for example, the Atacama Desert of Chile in the present day. These too have life.
Today, desert animals have different ways of staying cool. The sidewinder keeps most of its body off the burning sand. Other animals, like meerkats, stay in the shade during the day, keeping out of the fierce sun.
Welcome to Smugglers Pub and Cafe, open 7 days a week with free parking all day. Our lunch menus have that fat old-fashioned flavour where we treat you like treasure with the food you'll savour.
We cater for children, grannies and granddads too, with special rates and privileges given to the elderly lunchtime crew. Our staff are friendly and kind and want to see you all come back time after time.
Daytime or evening, it doesn't matter. Give us a call on 546 4084 and we'll be happy to spoil ya.